To my left here is team president Steve Swatoa. To his left, head coach Fred Williams. To his left, Amanda Zahui B. To her left, Brianna Kiesel. You can call her Bree. To her left, Mimi Mungedi. You can call her Mimi. And to the left, owner and managing partner Sam Combs. So without further ado, President Steve Swatoa.
Thank you, Eric. Also, Sam, thank you for coming today. I know the rest of our ownership group was unable to attend, unfortunately, due to the short timing, but Bill Cameron, David Box, Chris Christian, Pat and Don Harden, Katie and Scott Schofield, Pat Chernicky, Linda and Stuart Price. So they send their regards. Also in attendance, we have some of our Shock circuit members, our AKA season ticket holders. They're here in attendance today. We have great fans, and thank you for coming on such short notice. We were talking last night with our players that they will be overwhelmed with the support that this city has for our team. So thank you for coming and spending your day. You know, this organization has been extremely successful over the years with hard work and dedication on building our team through the draft. Some say that, you know, it's easy to pick one or two, but you have to pick the right players that build into our culture and our philosophy. We have three really impactful players that we can talk about in 2015, and to us, that's no exception to the rule in years past with some of the great players that we've drafted. So I'll turn it over to Fred, who can share a few additional thoughts on our draft picks for 2015. Fred?
Thank you, Steve. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today. It's a beautiful day in Tulsa, always beautiful in Tulsa. And we're happy to have these young ladies with us. We spent a lot of time over the past year looking at college players, over 3,000 players, and then you kind of narrow it down to about 50, and then you narrow it down to about 38 to 40 players. So these young ladies here have done a great job of really positioning themselves, not only playing for their teams, but also positioning themselves for the draft. One thing we want to establish here, and I wanted to establish here with my staff, was to establish some type of identity here with Tulsa, and I think we did that last year of really having a full roster of players for 1 year. It really stuck and stayed around for our fans, and so they can identify with. The other thing is we wanted to build a reputation of teamwork and being competitive. I think we were a game and a half or 2 games out of getting into that playoff spot, and with the players that we had, and we really hung in there with a young group of young ladies. And then to maintain, the future for us is to maintain what we have, to build on what we got going on right now. And these 3 young ladies are going to be competing when it comes to training camp time for a position and spot for the Tulsa Shock. Loyalty is important for me and for them. That's important for them too. So I know that they are very happy to be here and be drafted to come to Tulsa and to help us get to the next level. Amanda has done a great job at Minnesota. She's a player that we kept our eye on her for a long time. We didn't know she was going to enter in the draft until a few weeks ago, and that was a great surprise for everyone, I think, around in the WNBA and in the sports world. So she's a player who can really shoot from the outside. She can post up underneath, and she's a tremendous defender, block shots and run the floor very well. So we look for some good things out of her. Brianna's a guard who can really play both positions. She's a shooting guard. She's kind of like a Chris Paul type player in my eyes, who can really come off the pick and roll screens and shoot jump shots. But the main thing is her tenacity on defense to really get into players and make them turn the basketball over. So we've kept our eye on her all year, got good feedback from a lot of her college opponents. And they called us to say, you better look at her because she could be someone you want to look at the draft. And And lo and behold, she was there for us at 13, and that was a good selection for us when I came up. Mimi was a hidden secret, okay? At 6'8", 6'8", and I think she's still growing. So she's from Nevada. She's only had really a good 4.5 years of competitive basketball. I asked her about the other years before that. She's been playing longer, but she said that she didn't count those days. But playing collegiately, Nevada had a great year of improvement. There again, a lot of our scouts around the country who are good friends of mine really had some high praises about her and how she has worked hard and tried to better herself. She is still really untapped what she can really do on the floor. So we're really ready to work with her and try to develop her into a dominant post player. Other than that, for us, the future for us is getting ready the next few days for training camp, which is May 17th, and I just can't wait till all the young ladies get back and mix in with the veteran players that we have overseas, playing and competing. And I'm just real thrilled to have a group of young ladies with a lot of spirit and a lot of heart that loves Tulsa. So with that said, I'm going to let each of the young ladies speak for themselves and say a few words, and we're kind of going down the line.
Hi. Hi. Okay. Hi. I'm Zahui B from University of Minnesota. Born and raised in Stockholm, Sweden. And I am so excited to be here. It's such a blessing to sit in front of all y'all, and can't wait to get this started and training camp, and I'm really excited.
Hi, my name is Brianna Kiesel. I'm from the University of Pittsburgh, born and raised in Utica, New York. This opportunity is once in a lifetime. I appreciate, Coach Williams, actually looking at me and seeing that I do have some potential. I'm just excited to come here and, hopefully be an impact in whatever I'm needed to do.
Hi, my name is Mimi Mungedi from Nevada, Reno. I was born and raised in Libreville, Central Africa. I'm so thankful and feel so blessed to be here in front of you guys. And I'm just ready, like you said, I'm hiding project. So I'm ready to compete and help the team get better. Thank you.
I'm not a player.
Yes, you are.
On behalf of the ownership group, that Steve has done a great job of naming earlier. I want to say that we're certainly appreciative of our fans and community for their support. Also, I want to give a special thanks to Coach Williams and our president, Steve Sator, for their tireless work during now off season. We spent a lot of time game planning and about this draft and about player personnel in general. We are committed to bringing the championship team to Tulsa. Our city deserves it, and despite what has gone on in the past and records, we've kept our eye on the prize. We're building for the long term, and we're building a strong foundation of players. And we're excited about the future that these three draft choices bring to this team. Number one, when we select players, the first thing we look at is character. We want good people, and they have to fit within our team construct. That team with the best players doesn't always win. Team that plays the best. It's an old cliche, but it's true. That fit builds the right chemistry. We know we got the right coach, and The other thing that we wanted to do was make sure we got bigger, stronger, and faster across the roster. Defense was a priority, and all of our players and the roster makeup itself is built in a way that we should see the results of that defensively. We were the number 2 scoring team last year in the league, and so defense is an area that we saw that we needed to improve, in addition to getting just bigger, stronger, and faster. And as you can see, we got bigger for sure. The other part of it were some of the trades that we made in the offseason to acquire veteran players. And so those, along with these 3 young ladies here, make up an important part of the work that was done to prepare for this season and for the future. And so, we're taking the long view. It's about excellence. And it's not just about winning, for 1 year. It's about sustained winning. So we're certainly excited. As you can see, just a short bit, they're a little bit shy, but they're a fine group of young ladies. And they come from good backgrounds. They have great character. They're extremely hard workers. They've demonstrated that throughout their career. So we're very proud to have them. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you, Sam. This time, open up for questions, Q&A. Just open. Anybody want to ask anything? Go ahead. Ready? Go ahead.
Welcome to Tulsa to all 3 of you. Amanda told me that she was going to have to do a little research when I talked to her on the phone the other night about Tulsa, and I want to ask all 3 of you, what are your first impressions, and/or did you know anything about the city before this draft?
I didn't know anything about Tulsa before, except that it was in Oklahoma. And since we got here, it's a really peaceful city, really beautiful, and extremely different from Minnesota. But it's beautiful, and the weather is very nice out here. And I have also learned that you guys have good barbecue. I love food, so that's a plus. That's it, I think.
I didn't know much about Tulsa either. I knew that one of my coaches was here prior, a few years ago. But now that I'm here, it's very nice, very peaceful. Again, much different from Pittsburgh. It's a city. This is more old school, and I like it because it's quiet, it's peaceful. And I like it. It's very different.
What did Kathy tell you before, or have you talked to Kathy since the draft? What did she say?
Oh, Coach Miller had nothing but great things to say about the city, the places, the people here. I think she likes you guys a lot better than she likes me, but I'm working on it.
I knew there was a city named Tulsa, and I knew it was in Oklahoma, especially because of the NBA team. It's green compared to Reno, Nevada. We live in Nevada. Green. It's a lot greener. Yeah. There's no mountain, so that's a good thing too. And it's beautiful. Yeah, it's sunny, but somebody told me it's really humid during the summer. So I'm like, yeah, but it's nice. It's fun.
I like to use a lot of screens with our post players, and then also rolling them down to the basket to score. It only helps us because if there's any type of switches or mismatches, then you got a guard 6'5", and then it causes a lot of problems for people. Plus, it gives us more utility off the bench. The bench and for our starters, to get some rest. I thought we didn't have that a lot last year, due to a couple of injuries we had on the team, and so we, kind of had to adjust a few things offensively, but also mainly on defense a lot. Defensively, if I put, these three in there, and especially at our post, and they turn the corner, you're going to see 6'5", and then they see 6'8" turning the corner. And then they see Courtney Paris on the other side, too. So I'm really thrilled with our frontline players that we have coming to training camp, but also really thrilled with the guard play that we have also to compete, for a roster spot. I like your voice, by the way. I'm jealous.
This is for Amanda. Can you pronounce and spell your last name?
Well, it's Zahui Balzuko, so Bazoukou.
Okay, thank you. And how many brothers and sisters do you have? Tell us a little bit about that.
Only have one younger brother. He's turning 19 and he's a soccer player. So he's graduating high school this year.
Is he a professional soccer player?
Yes, sir.
And where does he play? Sweden?
Back home in Sweden. Yes, sir.
You should ask Mimi that question. How many?
Yeah. How many brothers?
How many?
Ask it down.
I have 6 sisters.
They've all been drafted by me. She said 6'3", 6'4". I'm like,
Yeah, they're pretty tall. Not like me, but yeah.
And they live all over the world, right? I mean, you have brothers and sisters, or you have sisters in the country and elsewhere?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. I have 2 friends, one back home, one in Canada, and 2 here with me. Yeah.
Yes? Anyone?
I don't have a question. I just want to make a comment. I've been with the Shock since they've been here. I couldn't wait to have a ladies basketball team to come to Tulsa. I think we got the right coach. I want to emphasize that. Everybody's been great, from Steve, Sam over there. It's been great. So I want to welcome y'all. I love y'all 3. I think it was the best pick we had in a long time. So go Shock. Playoff time.
Thank you.
Hi, ladies. We have certain expectations around here, so I want to know what your expectations are, and maybe some goals that you have on the team.
Well, I definitely want to win a championship and, bring this team up and make sure that people know about Tulsa as a dangerous team and a team that they will respect and fear. And I really want to help this team grow, be an impact player, starting with camp May 17th. And I'm really excited to put Tulsa back on the map so people know about us. That's my goal.
Thanks. Well, that was pretty good. I would like championship too. I think that this is a phenomenal program, and I'm happy to have a chance to be a part of it. My expectations are to just give my all, and whatever Coach Williams and his staff needs me to do is exactly what I'll do, and I'll give my all every time, and just hope to get better and be as much of an impact player as they need me to be.
Well, for me, God knows, I wanted 1 ring this year, and we couldn't have it, so that I can't wait to have 1 in my life, definitely. But then first, I have to get to training camp, and I pray that I make it. And then, like Amanda said, have more and more every year. Definitely. Yeah.
During the draft event, Mike Brown, our basketball writer, said that he came up with a phrase, "Beware the hair." And so I think your statement holds true to that. What do you think of that statement?
I like my hair. It's big. And I can use it to my advantage, during games. I'm trying to put it in people's faces. But I definitely like it. It's different. It's fun. Kind of describes my personality a little bit.
You better trademark that, Amanda, before Mike Brown gets that.
I'd like to say that, for the players that are not here, the veteran players would like to have comments on the young ladies we drafted, and I've had several emails from them, and they like our selections of players that we have here, and I know that they're going to help them grow into veteran players and compete, in training camp and show them the ins and outs of what women's pro basketball is all about. This league has gone into 19 years of women's basketball, and a lot of people didn't think it would survive 3 years or even 5. So 19 and going strong, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Proud of being joining with women's sports and women's basketball. I've been doing it for over 30-something years, and I know it's I'm living proof that a lot of good things can happen for a lot of good cities, but I know this is one city that we really, really want to, put above the map, more so than anything, and let everybody know when they walk into the building that the BOK is going to be rocking.
What are your girls here in the back? The next 4 weeks, what are your plans? Are you going to plan on moving to Tulsa? What are your plans here? You finish up school. What are your next plans here in the next 4 weeks? Start with Amanda.
We'll definitely finish up school, finish strong, have a couple of finals coming up, and keep on working hard, keep getting in better shape, be on the court. Then we'll see whenever I can move, whenever my classes ends. But I'm really excited. I wanted to happen right away, but I have to focus on school and, stay in shape.
Lucky for me, Pitt ends on Wednesday. That's my last final. And we start early, we get out early. So hopefully I'll be back for hopefully the first week of May and get a chance to work out with the staff.
Yeah, same. I have classes till May 12th, and then after that, come right here right away.
No, that was the question.
Yeah,
I was
that was
going
the
to
question.
ask.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Tulsa has a great reputation for being a community city, and we have a really philanthropic heart. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe some passions or causes that really get you guys excited?
I have a huge passion for young kids, young adults, and that's definitely something that I want to, get more engaged with and just be like a role model and someone that shows that anything is possible, no matter where you stand in life, and just have fun. I like to have fun, and I'm a big kid, so I'm willing to hang around with kids all day.
To piggyback off of that, I definitely love kids as well. They're a passion of mine. I like being able to have the summer camps that we have at Pitt where you get to work with kids. Luckily for me, I had the 4th, 5th graders, so they were real young. They didn't really know too much about the sport, but to give my passion to them, to show them that you can love something so special is something I look forward to.
And then for me, I have a passion for education. I love to encourage younger people to stay in school and go to college especially. In today's world, you need to have a degree pretty much to be successful in education.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. This time we're going to break a few photos up here on the front, and then that will conclude, and then, of course, we'll break out for anybody that wants to visit with anybody one-on-one. So just make your requests, and once again, thanks, everyone, for coming. You guys will come down here.